Using Google Forms is a really easy way to collect information from your agents, and I just wanted to show you how I created a listing docs request form for the listing agents on our team to let me know when it's time and what information is needed on a listing agreement. So if you've never done Google Docs before, here's how you get started with that. You're in your Google Drive, and when you click the new button, it's under More. And you just pop that baby right open, and away you go. So you're going to title the form whatever you want to title it. And give a form description. In my description, I told the agents that documents submitted with this form will be sent to the sellers within 24 hours of form submission. That lets them know that as soon as they send this to me, I will immediately turn this around within 24 hours. So here's where you start with the questions. And you can ask whatever question you want. I like to ask the names of the clients. And short answer is the first one here. I'm going to leave it with short answer, and I'm going to use this required toggle to turn that on. To ask the next question, you just click this plus button, and it goes right to the next question. So anytime you want to go back, you just click right up there, and you can go back. So let's do seller number 1, name full, and seller number 2, name full. I'm going to require both of these to be answered. If there isn't a seller number 2, they can just write in NA. So then we have some other different kinds of questions that we can ask. There's the multiple choice. So a question that might be multiple choice is, does the seller need staging? And suggestions, yes, no, maybe. So I can click add all, and it just adds them right in there for me. I can also click this to add an other option. So if there's something other that they need to tell me, it basically gives them a checkbox, multiple choice box with a field that they can fill out. So I'm going to make that required as well. Add a new question. Another example would be the checkbox question. So I can say which addenda apply, and I can say things like lead-based paint. I can do septic. So some properties need these documents and some don't, and I need to know that. So I'm going to make that required. Actually, let's put in here none and make that required so they can check which one they want. Add another question. Besides short answer, there's also long answer, which is paragraph. So I like to use that for the notes. And this gives them plenty of space to tell me whatever else it is that they need to tell me, and I make that required. So they put in an NA if there's anything that I don't particularly need. So that's your form. And then if you want to change the background color of this, you can. There's plenty to choose from. There's also illustrations, photos that you can choose from. I don't know that there's anything in particular that would necessarily apply, but it just kind of dresses up your form a little bit. And then in the settings section, you will want to, I turn this on for collecting email addresses, so whoever submits the form to me, they have to enter their email address. This is particularly good if you have multiple agents on your team who will be submitting this form to you. I turn off the restriction just in case there's something funky going on. This prevents any weirdness from happening. Make sure you leave this off. Limit to one response. You want them to be able to fill out this form multiple times. I do turn on the edit after submit button. In case they forgot to tell me something, they can go back to the same form and edit what they wrote. And the rest of that I leave exactly as you see it, and I click save. And then when it comes time to give this form to them to fill out, what you do is click the send button and come over here to the link and then copy this link, and that's the link that you send to your agent. Now, if your agent goes into their own drive and finds this form, they will see exactly what you see here, and you can't fill anything out. So if they tell you, hey, I found the form but I can't fill it out, you have to tell them to use the link that you gave them. I had my listing agent bookmark it in his favorites, and that's where I tell him to go. So when he tells me I can't fill it out, I say, did you use your bookmark? When they use the bookmark, it looks like this. And you can see this, they can actually fill this out now, right? If you want to save this document, so once they've filled it out, and I'll just fill in some funky answers just so I have something to work with here, and they click submit. Oops, you actually have to enter a real email address. Let's use that one. So you see they can edit their response or submit another one, which is nice. Once I have this form, it will this will send me an email that someone has filled out this form, and I can click on it and come right here. This is where you go to find the responses. And this will show a summary, so this will have multiple answers in it. You want to click on the individual, and then you can scroll through all of the responses. In order to save it, I like to save this information in with all of my listing documents. Just click this print response button and do a save as PDF. And then you can save this whole thing as a PDF in with all of your listing documents, and then save it in .loop or save it in your drive, wherever you're saving those listing documents. That gives you a place to do that. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was very helpful to you, and let me know how it goes for you. Thanks so much.